Hey, what's good, everybody? First off, I want to thank you guys for being here. If you find yourself watching this video, you're not watching it by mistake. You are supposed to be here. For one, I want you to understand that there's a message that's about to go forth that I am going to freely articulate from my spirit that I feel like God's wanted me to articulate to you guys. It's not orchestrated. It's not written down. It's coming straight from my spirit, and I know it's God because if it wasn't, I wouldn't even have no reason to do it. As you notice, I haven't done a lot of videos lately because I've been in real quiet meditation spiritually to get myself in a place to where I can hear God because, due to some of the events that have happened in the past couple of maybe week or so, it kind of affected my spirit. And it was like, I was operating from almost in an angry place, and I couldn't really just, be able to articulate things the way I wanted to because it was my mind just wasn't in the right place. So, again, another thing I want to say as well, I want to appreciate each and every one of you guys who have subscribed to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I want you to understand something. This is not a place of judgment. This is not a place of control. It's not a place to where you can't be yourself. Even if you find yourself going live with me when I go live on live streaming, I want you to understand that you are here to be yourself. We all are work in progress, even myself. When I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself as well. Because everything I talk to you guys about, I got to hold myself accountable to as well. It applies to me too. I'm not perfect. All right, so let me see if I can turn this truck out. I'm going to try not to be long with this conversation because I want to be able to keep you guys' attention because what I'm about to talk about is very important. I don't think I'm going to fill it all in one video, but I am going to start it off with this video. I don't even know what I'm going to name this video, but when you find yourself here watching this video, make sure you watch it all the way because there's some information about to go forth that's not scripted. It's coming straight from my spirit, and I know I'm supposed to tell you guys this. Okay, now, what I want to talk about is the product. What is the product? Who is the product? The what and who is us, you, all of us. We are the product. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean when I talk about the product. Hold on just a second. All right, guys. I'm going to try to get this articulated because I am at a place of, let me see. I hope this thing in. Bear with me just for a second. I don't know if y'all can hear me in that. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to try to get this articulated if y'all didn't hear me just a few seconds ago. Because this is necessary. I got to get this out. Like I said, I'm not going to do all of this at one time. I'm just going to try to do this in big pieces. But the first part that I need to get out is talking about the product and how we as human beings are the product of this earth and of this world system. All right, so one of the things I want to use to give understanding about what I'm speaking of is just think about products alone, things that you purchase, things that you buy in order to accomplish a particular goal. Say you purchase a broom, and the broom is made. Okay, use this as an example. Okay, this is a broom, right? See the broom. All right, so you see how it has bristles on it or whatever. So it's built for the purpose of what? Sweeping things. You know what I'm saying? Sweeping. Just keep it basic. You buy a car. The car is used to what? As transportation, meaning that it gets you from one place to the next. And you wouldn't necessarily have to have a car, but it conveniently gets you up to particular places faster than if you were walking, right? So keep all of that in mind. All right, so us being products as the human being and our ability, our hands, our strength, it's all a product in itself. The way it's a product in itself is because of the way the world system has built itself around our ability. This world would not be what it is if it wasn't for us being the product, being the thing that's used in order to develop the world that we see today. Now, what my point is in saying all of that is I want to identify to you guys the amount of control that you have up on this earth. There have been illusions created to almost, in a sense, give us the illusion and the sense that we don't have any control over or dominion over the world system. So I'm gonna give you I'm finna break this down to you real quick. Okay, so let's talk about creation. How, just say, when you have a child. When you have a child, the baby is not able to do a lot of things that, from its initial stages in order to be able to do certain things, right? So the child in this world system is not held to the same standards as those that are developed. So y'all with me on that part, right? Now, when you think about a product and its creation, like you just say a world's creation, it takes amount of time and preparation, the same way it does for a child to develop, in order for that product to become useful and marketable. When that product is at its point to where it could be of use, it goes through a stage of evaluation to make sure that that product is going to be effective in the way that it was produced to be effective. One of the dictators of that, as far as the world system is concerned, is the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. They are the entity that a lot of products go through, as far as medicines, other products or whatnot, in order for it to be, consumed by humans or used by a human. And it won't go any further until they give approval. So take our children, underdeveloped mentally, and they become a product themselves over a period of time. One of the ways that they actually begin the initial stages of that child becoming a product in this world system is giving them a social security number. That social security number will follow them all their life. This is a number to identify the product. It's almost like a barcode. Okay? Now, after this product, which is the child, becomes developed enough to become useful upon this earth, then that's when they're starting to be held to a particular standard. The beginning stages of a child being held to a standard is through the parent. And a lot of times what end up happening, because God's word say, train up a child as you have them to go, and their days will be long upon this earth. What ends up happening a lot of times is that child, which is being defined as a product in the world system, is something that is a person that we love. So we don't treat this child as a business. We don't treat this child as something that's lucrative to us financially. But the world system does. And what ends up happening a lot of times is that when the world system, especially if your child is not grounded, they start to develop their mind around the way the world system wants them to be developed. It didn't happen to us already. A lot of us came up in homes that we were programmed to get to a certain age, get a job, go to school, the programming to become a product, a viable product upon this earth for the system. But a lot of us were not taught as far as our ability and who we really are outside of the definition of the world system. So what ends up happening is that the same type of control that this child grew up under as far as the parents' control, when the world system get a hold to them, they start to almost in a sense emulate, the world system emulates what or the teachings, or just being able to influence the mind of your children and make them think the way that we were forced to think because of a form of dictatorship that we even had to go through at home. Not being taught who we really are as human beings. So what happens is that the child, goes to school and they don't really have no true grounding at home as far as, spiritually, emotionally, securities, as an individual, the way that they think about certain things. There wasn't any grounding at home. So what happens is that the world and the world system be the source of what they are to be. And the world system is all developed around what is going to be viable for them in the world system. The world system has a way of programming us in order for us to conform to the way that they want us to be products up on this earth, and to continue to manifest the world's agenda and the world system and what they ultimately desire from us. Now, I want you to put this into perspective as far as like you being a product. What do you get at the end of the week, every 2 weeks or whatever? What do you get for conforming to, like, the job that you get or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That's the next step as far as, after you are taught to be viable for the world system, and they even have a certain age that you have to reach before you can even do this part of being a part of the system, right? I think it's around maybe like 16. They even allow children, at a certain age, due to the schooling, signing up for allowing them to be, practice being a product in a controlled environment, So like when they get permission from the school or whatever, saying that, they make certain grades or whatever, so they're able to get a job, at an early age. That's why they, during the summer months. But then you get to a certain age to where you legally can go and get you a job, right? I think it's maybe like 16, something like that, right? Certain arenas, certain jobs that you have to be a certain age, right? All right, so when you reach this age, now the system that has created, the system that's been created around you, that you ultimately have, you're keeping going. What do they give you in return as far as your time is concerned? One of the things that they give you is a paycheck, right? They give you a check. They give you money. Now, I want y'all to understand about the whole idea about the money that you are being given. See, we all are bought. We're bought, basically. Our services and like the same way that a product is sitting on the shelf, that product is being bought to serve a purpose. You, me, all of us, our time is being bought to fulfill a purpose. Whether you working at a manufacturing plant, a warehouse, me being a truck driver, we all, are bought. The money that we get is considered energy. Now, the reason why I say that it's considered energy is because it's being used for a purpose in order to keep us going. We buy food, we buy clothing, we buy a lot of different things with the money that we get from being a product. And we use that money to invest in products. And it's all for the sake of keeping things going, right? Keep the whole system going. Now, if the system didn't give us anything in order for us to keep going, then eventually the system will shut down. Now, the way that you know this to be true is because you look at some of these European countries that live up under, if I'm not mistaken, it's called socialism, and the government pretty much give them everything. It's not a working system because everybody's needs are different, and according to whatever type of product that you are, they tend to give you a decent amount of money for the type of product that you are up on this earth. Say, like with myself, me, driving 18-wheelers, I get a decent amount of money because I'm delivering products to a particular location that in turn goes to particular stores in order for the resources and the energy that we get in order to go and reinvest in hold on, let me see if this man finna come. I guess he ain't. We go and reinvest that into the whole system in order to keep things functioning. To keep us functioning, and it's almost like a recycling. It's just a system of recycling. We as a product, we are paid to be a product. We pay for to produce and to create. Then we take what we get and the energy that we get and we put it back into the very system that we work for, that we are a product of. So how is that significant to anything? What I want to get y'all to understand in regards to being a product is that at any given moment that we decide, and you really understand the power that you have in decision making, that we decide that we no longer want to be a product. We no longer want to have to conform to the ways of this world system. This world system is shut down. But the problem is about that is that we have become so dependent upon the system that the minute that we choose to stop being a product, they are going to do things that will almost in a sense force us back. The example of that is what we see today in this day and age. I want to give you an example of unemployment, right? Unemployment was or is money that is given to a person that is unemployed, right? A person that is not actually a product but was a product at a time. So some people have gotten a decent amount of money for a certain period of time, because of them not being able to be a product. When the world system, our government, caught on to how people were actually developing comfort around them not working and not being a product, what did they do? They start to snatch that energy away. They started snatching that provision away. A lot of people now are not even able to get unemployment, which will force them to do what? Become a product again. So they can produce energy in order for them to keep going. But it's all for the sake of the system. That's what I'm saying. We are nothing but a product. And we have allowed the system to develop us in a form of control by us conforming to what it is that they want us to do in order for us to get what we need. We are so dependent upon the world system and what we need, to the point to where we always continue to have to be a product of this world system. And the minute that we start to show that we don't want to conform to that any longer, the first thing they'll do is force you by taking away from you whatever it is that's giving you the ability to not have to be a part of the system, which is money. Everybody don't have to be part of the system in the same way. Some people actually like doing what they do in order to be a product. I myself, if I be honest, I enjoy being a truck driver. I enjoy it. But the minute that things are not working in my favor, or I'm not happy doing this, I have two options: to stop, period, or to go and find another place for me to get what it is that I need. But either way it go, the system is set up for me to continue to force me to be a product, unless I get enough energy that I can survive off of, that I don't have to no longer be part of that system. Either way it go, the system gonna continue to. I'm either gonna be continuing to build myself, as far as like I'm gonna continue to need. I'm still gonna have need of energy. I still need food, clothes, things of that nature. Check this out. Think about those that try to work against the way the system is made, and in order for you to get it what they would consider the right way. So, say, I start trying to go and take stuff, without paying for it. Now, let's talk about energy. You got positive energy and you got negative energy. That would be considered as negative energy. Why? It's because it's working against the system. It's working against, what I'm saying, the right way in the system's eyes to do stuff. Which technically it is wrong to be, to go and take and not pay for what it is that you need. So the system have a whole nother system set up, which is called law enforcement. The law is supposedly built on moral character. Supposed to. Now, as you see, the world system don't teach us the law, but we supposed to abide by it. It's a saying that just because you don't know it's a crime, don't mean that you're not gonna be held accountable. We grow up understanding what right and wrong is as far as the legal system is concerned. We understand what's right and wrong in the legal system more than we do in the moral system. Which that's what the law is supposed to be based on, is a moral system, moral character. Supposed to. But we all know that it got some stuff in there that also is a system, which prisoners themselves, people that go to jail, are a product as well. How you know that to be the truth is because people that go to jail, the crimes that they commit has a price tag on it that they have to pay. And if they don't have enough energy, they won't be able to. They don't have enough in order to give to the system, in order for them not to have to, they won't be subjected to that part of the world system, that if you do particular things, then you get your freedom taken from you. The freedom to choose, because they got you locked down. Mentally, that's one thing that the world system can never do, is take your mind. They can never take your spirit. You can allow it to be affected by the conditions of it, but they'll never be able to possess it. They can possess your flesh. They can possess your body. But they'll never be able to possess your spirit at all. You can die in jail and you're free. You're free from that system. That's how you know that they don't have control over that part. They don't have control over your mind. So I want to try to maybe leave it at this, but I want to close it with giving you this. This is leaving you with this. What I want you to understand first off is that everything that's up on this earth was created by things that God placed up on this earth. If you look around, whatever surroundings that you are, if you're in your vehicle, if you're in your residence or whatever, everything that you see, that you possess, that you put energy into possess, is a product itself. That you actually invested your energy, which in regards to money, to obtain that. Where did you get your energy from? Where did you get the money from? More than likely, you got it from being a product yourself. Going into a particular place, doing a particular job, and money being invested, which is energy, in order to keep you going so you can continue to come back. Won't you put this into perspective? Why is it that you think that it's particular jobs that only pay a certain amount? It ain't because of the type of profession it is. It's because they want to be able to control that type of person that's in that type of position. They think that there's a certain type of mentality, certain age group or whatever, because like they don't want to empower people too much in them areas, because they thinking already and have probably calculated the idea that the type of people that's going to come and work in this particular place don't have the mindset to invest or do anything greater than what they're doing right now. So as long as we keep them hungry, keep them fiending for energy, they're going to continue to come back. Hold on just 1 second. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna say I lost my train of thought, but I know what I'm talking about, but I kind of forgot exactly where I left off at. But this is the thing, and I want to leave it here, like I was saying earlier, as far as what I was told you, because I want to be able to build on this. I'm gonna go back and watch this myself, and I'm gonna go ahead and post it in its raw form, because I done said a lot, and everything I'm saying, it means something's gonna build up to something. What I want to be able to get to the point of is showing you guys how we, as the product, are actually the ones that are in control. That's what my whole objective is, and what it is that I'm going to continue to progress this message to. After I get to a certain point, I want us to be able to get on and communicate about this stuff in a live stream, because I want to make sure that, you know, all the people that may watch this video get an understanding of where I'm going with this. Some of y'all probably already know where I'm going with this, but just absorb what you've heard so far, and we'll leave it at that. But I'm going to go ahead and upload this video. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and, you know, giving me your attention as far as you have, because everything that I talk about is purpose driven. It's something that, you know, is a conversation that a lot of people are not having. This is not one of them toxic channels to where, you know, I'm talking about a bunch of negative stuff or whatever. I got real stuff to talk about, stuff that's going to actually help us in life, you know, help our men, help our ladies and our children, in order for us to know exactly who we are up on this earth, and how we are progressing things to be either bad or good, or being in the illusion that's being created around us as well. It's a lot. It's gonna be a lot, but we're gonna get to it. And through the Lord and through God, I know I'm gonna be able to get this out because it's necessary. All right, God bless y'all, and I'm going to leave it here. I'll talk to y'all in a minute.